Welcome to channel American Speakeasy.
Improve your English by exploring Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Like and subscribe to the channel. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, celebrated on the third Monday of January, honors the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This day recognizes his pivotal role in the American civil rights movement and his tireless efforts to achieve equality and justice for all. Now, let's dive into some key words and expressions that will help you better understand and talk about Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Civil rights movement refers to the struggle for social justice and equality, especially for African Americans, in the United States during the 1950s and 1960s. Example: Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. played a crucial role in the civil rights movement, advocating for nonviolent protest to achieve equality. Equality for all, the principle that every individual, regardless of race, gender, religion, or any other characteristic, should have the same rights, opportunities, and treatment. Example: the goal of the civil rights movement was to achieve equality for all. I have a dream. This famous phrase comes from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s iconic speech delivered during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom on August 28, 1963. Example: many people are inspired by the "I have a dream" speech and continue to work towards making that dream a reality. Nonviolent protest, practice of achieving social or political goals through peaceful methods, such as marches, sit-ins, and demonstrations, rather than using violence. Example: the success of the civil rights movement was largely due to the effective use of nonviolent protest strategies. Segregation, enforced separation of different racial, ethnic, or social groups within a society. Example: Martin Luther King Jr. dedicated his life to fighting against segregation and advocating for a more inclusive society. Desegregation, process of ending the enforced separation of different racial, ethnic, or social groups, and allowing them to mix freely. Example: the desegregation of schools was a major victory in the fight for civil rights, allowing children of different races to learn together. Social justice, fair and equitable distribution of resources, opportunities, and privileges within a society. Example: the civil rights movement was a significant part of the broader struggle for social justice in the United States. Racial equality, principle that individuals should not be discriminated against based on their race. Example: achieving racial equality is essential for creating a fair and just society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Dream speech refers to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous "I Have a Dream" speech. The speech is celebrated for its powerful vision of a future where people of all races live together in harmony and equality. Example: the Dream speech highlighted the urgent need for racial equality and motivated countless individuals to join the civil rights movement. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. This quote by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. emphasizes the interconnectedness of human rights. Example: by remembering that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, we can better appreciate the necessity of global solidarity in the fight for human rights. Civil disobedience. Act of intentionally breaking or refusing to follow certain laws, regulations, or commands of a government or occupying power, as a form of peaceful protest. Example: the sit-ins and boycotts during the civil rights movement were acts of civil disobedience aimed at challenging segregation laws. Human rights. The fundamental rights and freedoms that every person is entitled to, regardless of their nationality, race, gender, religion, or any other status. Example: human rights organizations work tirelessly to protect and promote the fundamental rights of individuals around the world. Freedom and justice. Principles where freedom refers to the ability to act, speak, or think without external restraint, and justice refers to the fair treatment of individuals according to laws and ethical standards. Example: the fight for freedom and justice was a central theme of the civil rights movement, seeking to end segregation and discrimination. Legacy of Martin Luther King includes his leadership in the civil rights movement, his advocacy for nonviolent protest, and his vision of equality and justice. Example: Dr. King's efforts and sacrifices have left an indelible mark on history, ensuring his legacy of fighting for civil rights endures. Honoring Martin Luther King's legacy. Recognizing and celebrating the lasting impact of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s work. Continuing to advocate for equality, justice, and nonviolence, and striving to make his dream a reality. Example: educating others about the importance of racial equality is one way to honor Martin Luther King's legacy. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications,